The Schoeman Group, situated in South Africa's beautiful Limpopo province, is a 100-year-old family-run business and one of our country's most successful farming estates, with a heart to see positive change throughout the land.
The vision of Schoeman is about making a difference, not only for the people you employ, but also for the communities around you. This vision started 3 generations ago with great-grandfather Karel Schoeman, who had an initiative called the BBK, the Bantu Beleggingskorporasie. And this initiative equipped people in rural areas with entrepreneurial skills, such as food gardening. So he started this 3 generations ago, and today our heart is to expand and continue with his vision and make it applicable in our areas in this time where I think it's much more needed even now than it is 3 generations ago. We had the heart to make this difference, but we needed the mind, the experience, the skill set, and the knowledge of how to make a social investment sustainable and successful over the long run, and being scalable. And this is why we involved Umsizi in social technical interfacing, our partners in this Livelihoods program.
The heart behind the BBL is to reach communities across our nation with training and empowerment for households to have the necessary skills to provide for their own basic needs and to enter the local economy with their own productive and sustainable livelihoods.
Producer diloje merogo dinexi eye ke khono go sala go rekisa and tagel.
So as we started working with STI and Umsizi and the projects initiated, I realized that there's such a fine line between a successful and sustainable project and one that fails, that the formula you need to bring to the table is almost fragile. Is a fragile formula that makes it work and makes it stand the test of time.
Nowadays, I think we realize, especially after the COVID pandemic that we've had, that hope is a scarce commodity. And you can only build a dream on hope. And once you've got your first crop of vegetables coming from your backyard, you will get hope on which you can build a dream on.
The BBL, or Broad-Based Livelihoods Program, provides a holistic development model tried and tested over 12 years of implementation through its key development sub-programs, which include My Food, My Future, My Business, My Poultry, and My Livestock, and Food Economy. Each sub-program works together to complement the others and assist the households to learn new skills and economic options to improve the lives of their families. Those who are faithful to apply the principles reap the rewards and joyfully testify of the results.
The way re tlhotlheleditšego ka gona ka thokong ya temo ebile re kgona go bona gore re ya kae. That's why go kgonne le go stopa mosadi wa ka gore a se ka tloa sa bereka a bereke farming, and then ntho e kgona go bontšha le setšhaba, community, and then even the church e ya tlhotlheletša go bona gore no ntho e re dirang ke ntho e kgolo gabotse.
This is the Sekhukhune Bushveld area of South Africa's Limpopo province, an area spanning 120 kilometers east to west and 80 kilometers north to south. It is home to diverse communities and people groups. While mining and farming operations drive the larger economy here, there is a massive need for socio-economic development from the household grassroots level. The program initially began its rollout within the Schoeman workforce to provide employee households with additional benefits. But when the BBL expanded off-farm in 2018, that's when the wildfire effect started, moving from a handful of households equipped to support themselves to over 2,800 households reached in over 60 communities over an area greater than 8,000 square kilometers, all in the first 2 years cycle of the program, and still on the increase. This is true broad-based economic empowerment in the communities where it is most desperately needed, and it is on the increase. What makes the BBL program so effective is that anyone can participate.
You start this program with nothing. You don't use any money. We are reaching to the poorest. The poorest doesn't have anything. So if we train them on this program, you see them flying.
Sustainability is built into the program from day one.
Let's say there's an opportunity to move to another place. Already we've got history here. From 2015 up to now is the expansion through the households going to their relatives and friends.
Participants can achieve their own dreams and goals. If the program were ever to be discontinued, livelihoods and businesses would continue to grow and expand. The economic opportunities are uncapped. The sky is the limit for the people of these communities. As the national lockdown hit, participants were able to continue and even expand their operations.
During lockdown, I managed to have so many products because I've got a lot of time. I couldn't go outside because we were inside, we were indoors. I managed to sell tomatoes, onions, beetroots, butternut.
With enough production to feed their families and even continue to sell.
Customer, I want to buy one bundle.
No, for you, if you are one, it's 10 rand.
Facilitators were able to continue mentorship and monitoring of participants via mobile phone.
During the lockdown time, we continue communicating with our participants through the WhatsApp. And they were posting even their pictures of their garden and encouraging others. And they are continuing. People are at their houses, but they continue growing and selling for each other around. They will just sell even through the phone on the WhatsApp groups. Up to now, we are seeing great results.
Because of the training which we gave, people did not stop eating healthy. People were active in their gardens. So that COVID-19 with our messages, with WhatsApp groups, I think it worked very well.
The My Food component of the BBL teaches horticulture methods which put the available land to use.
But then they came and then they show us how to do it properly. And then that's how we learned and then we do it properly, so we eat. We eat a lot of vegetables.
Whatever space the participant has, it can be transformed to be productive, to support the families and also for establishing commercial activities with a surplus which can be sold into local markets. My Food has been a cornerstone of the BBL, upskilling participants in the correct scalable farming techniques, growing vegetables, fruit and grain, and making access to the economy possible for thousands of residents.
Like in our group, if someone has tomatoes, there are lots of tomatoes, we buy from her. And then if someone has lots of spinach, usually I do have lots of spinach in me, and then they come and buy from me. So if someone has something, and then I don't have, I know you have to go and buy it from her.
The BBL has not stopped at horticulture though. My Livestock and My Poultry have enabled participants to start up or improve productive animal rearing operations for greater productivity and profitability. How has this program exploded over such a vast area in such a short space of time through this rural African context?
It's the method of Pindapinda, like discipleship. People are carrying this. This thing will not stop. This thing is fire, meaning this thing is going far, and more villages, people are training each other in our absence.
The answer lies in what residents affectionately refer to as Pindapinda.
We encourage them that each one can invite or train 3 people so that a BBL spread. That person qualifies for a tunnel so that he can protect his crops or her crops.
The each one, teach one mentality has allowed for the skills taught to be freely transferred to neighboring residents and neighboring communities. In this way, those who hear success stories from the BBL are eagerly incorporated into new participant groups in an ever-expanding area. Is it true that the BBL could be a significant solution to the vast socio-economic challenges affecting South Africa's population from coast to coast? The answer is yes. This is not limited to any one industry such as farming. Where the BBL has been implemented in other sectors, such as mining communities and urban townships, we have seen similar overwhelming results. Where the BBL has been applied nationally, participants have also benefited from the My Future and My Business components. My Future teaches participants how to set goals and how to reach those goals. The BBL has proven itself to be effective at building the economy from the grassroots up.
Those who are working are doing wonders. They are doing very well. I know people who are selling because of BBL.
Rekisha mo motseng tsene tsena ke rekisha ba itla ba tlo rekisha ba itla ba tlo reka ka mo gae ke tswa ke rekisha ba itla ba rekisha moka ke gone go ba le challenge ya go ka kitisa bana o reka marotho bread ana ba gone go ja.
It is poised to increase and upscale into a bright, hopeful future for the Sekhukhune region and beyond.
Batho ba ga Ben Schoeman ba ba tlo re ruta ka training, so re thutile dilo tše ntši mo training ebile re a leboga Ben Schoeman re a mo leboga because o tlišitše development community ya rena.
This can only be done through your support and more partners joining hands with Schoeman, Umsizi and STI and investing into a brighter future and being a blessing to many.